The Year 11 curriculum structure is quite different to our junior curriculum structure. In Year 11, all students will select a level of English. Each English will be 3 70-minute lessons a week all year. Each student will select a level of maths, which will be 3 70-minute lessons a week all year. And then each student will select 4 electives for 3 70-minute lessons a week all year. There is no requirement in Year 11 for students to select a science, a history, or a HPE subject if they do not wish. All student electives are completely up to them, dependent on their pathway. There are a few rules around selecting subjects for Year 11 and 12 at Bellbird Park. Firstly, all of our students will study 6 subjects in both Year 11 and Year 12. This is to maximise their opportunity for gaining an ATAR and completing their Queensland Certificate of Education. All of our students at Bellbird Park, regardless of their pathway, will be working towards either their Queensland Certificate of Education, their QCE, or their Queensland Certificate of Individual Achievement at QCIA for our Life Pathway students. All students at Bellbird Park will study either English or Essential English. Students will also study a level of maths in Year 11 and 12, either Essential Maths, General Maths, or Mathematical Methods. Students intending to study the elective subject, Specialist Mathematics, must also select Mathematical Methods. Students intending to study a vocational and education qualification off-site, a school-based traineeship or an apprenticeship that requires a day off campus, will select subjects that are from the applied and BET categories only and pursue a Phoenix pathway. Students must meet the prerequisites listed below and on our college website by demonstrating the level of achievement on their report card to be able to select the subject for Year 11 and 12. A final note on subject selection at Bellbird. The subjects that will be timetabled at Bellbird Park for Year 11 depend on there being sufficient students taking each subject on the list provided. If you have chosen a subject which cannot be offered, we will have to contact you and assist you to make an appropriate second selection. There are 3 main subject types at Bellbird Park in senior. There are general subjects, applied or essential subjects, and vocational education and training subjects. General subjects are suited to students who are interested in pathways beyond senior secondary school that lead to tertiary studies or university. Each general subject is a 4-unit course of study. This course of study is an academically rigorous course that develops literacy, numeracy, and the 21st century skills of critical thinking, creative thinking, communication, collaboration, teamwork, personal and social skills, and ICT skills. Unit 1 and 2, or our Year 11 year, provides foundational learning, allowing students to experience all syllabus objectives and begin engaging with the course subject matter. Satisfactory completion, a C or above, in Unit 1 and Unit 2 each provide 1 QCE credit per subject. Students should always complete Unit 1 and 2 before starting Units 3 and 4 in each general subject. Unit 3 and 4 of a general subject consolidates students' learning throughout the course. Assessment in Units 3 and 4 contributes to their ATAR calculation. Every general subject in Year 11 and 12 in the Units 3 and 4 comprises of 3 internal assessments written by the school and 1 external assessment written by the Queensland Curriculum and Assessment Authority. All pieces of assessment are endorsed by the QCAA before they are used in schools. For each general subject, the external assessment result contributes to a determined percentage of a student's overall subject result. For most subjects, this is 25%. For maths and science subjects, the external exam is worth 50% of their overall grade in Units 3 and 4. Applied or essential subjects are suited to students who are primarily interested in pathways beyond senior schooling that lead to vocational education, training, work, or TAFE. Applied syllabuses develop literacy and numeracy skills, applied learning in real-life contexts, community connections, and core skills for work. Applied and applied essential syllabuses are developmental 4-unit courses of study. Unit 1 and 2 are designed to allow students to begin their engagement in the course and understanding the skills and knowledge required for the subject. Unit 3 and 4 consolidates student learning. Results from assessment in applied subjects contribute to the award of a QCE, and results of Unit 3 and 4 may contribute as a single input to an ATAR calculation. Essential English and Essential Maths are the applied essential syllabuses for Year 11 and 12 students. They sit a little bit differently to our other applied subjects in that they have a common internal assessment. In Year 12 in Units 3 and 4, the school will still develop 3 internal pieces of assessment, but the 4th piece of assessment is a common internal assessment developed by the Queensland Curriculum and Assessment Authority. All Essential English and Essential Mathematics students will complete this CIA in Unit 3, administered under supervised conditions and marked by a marking scheme developed by the QCAA. The last subject type we have here at Bellbird Park is vocational education and training subjects. Vocational education and training provides a pathway including those seeking further education and training and those seeking employment-specific skills. VET qualifications must be offered by technical and further education providers, so TAFEs, or registered training organisations, RTOs, such as private providers. And our school is also a registered RTO. VET is designed to deliver practical workplace-specific skills and covers a range of careers and industries. It assists students to become job-ready, therefore increasing their opportunity of gaining employment upon their exit from Year 12. There are 3 levels of qualifications advertised here at school: Certificate 1s, Certificate 2 and Certificate 3. Upon successful completion of a certificate qualification, students receive a nationally accredited qualification. A completed Cert 3 VET qualification may be used for tertiary selection in 2 ways. A completed Cert 3 can be used to contribute towards a student ATAR. A completed Cert 3 qualification can also be used as a standalone entry for tertiary admission, meaning that a student can complete a Cert 3 and not be ATAR eligible to get into some universities. If you find that your child or student struggles in a traditional classroom, or they're more of a tactile learner, VET will be where they can really shine. VET courses at the certificate level can provide students with pathways into the higher education sector. In addition to helping students meet entry requirements, VET courses also provide credit to higher education courses. On the screen you will see the Maths and English subject offerings here at Bellbird Park. For English, students will either choose General English or Essential English. For information on these subjects, I will direct you to our College Subject Handbook. This outlines each of the subjects' assessment objectives, types of assessment, content for the course, as well as our subject costs and contributing QCE. For mathematics, we have 3 levels of maths: Essential Maths, General Maths, and Mathematical Methods. There is also the elective subject in mathematics called Specialist Maths that must be elected with Mathematical Methods. Our elective offerings at Bellbird Park for senior are wide and varied. We have a number of subjects from each of the applied technologies, business, IT, health and physical education, humanities, the arts and science sectors. Prerequisites at Bellbird Park. There are a number of prerequisite requirements at Bellbird Park to be able to enter into general subjects in Year 11 and 12. We understand that the rigour of general subjects is hard and the pace is quite fast, so we know from experience that students who generally achieve B's and A's in their subjects in Year 10 will be able to cope with the pace and the level of literacy and numeracy required to be able to succeed in these courses. Helpful pathways at Bellbird. Helpful pathways outline the helpful pathways or subjects that could be completed to be able to select an applied or essential subject or vocational education and training subject in Year 11 and 12. For a student to select an applied or vocational education and training subject, they do not require to have met the prerequisite. It would be a helpful pathway so that they have the knowledge and skills to be able to pick up in Year 11, but by no means will they miss out if they don't have it. When we are selecting our subjects, it's really important to understand that universities have entrance requirements as well. There are 3 key terms you need to be aware of when you are talking about or reading about university entrance requirements. The first one is a prerequisite. Some universities outline prerequisites. These are the entry requirements that a student must meet before they are considered for entry. The most common prerequisite outlined at universities is for English, and the prerequisite required is that students attain a C or above in Units 3 and 4. With this prerequisite, it wouldn't matter how high the student's ATAR was. If they had not met this prerequisite, the university would not take them. So it's really important to research and make sure that when your student is selecting their subjects, that the prerequisites required are in their subject selections. If your student does not meet the prerequisite information for their course, there are still multiple ways into university via bridging courses and summer holiday programs prior to the year of starting university. The other two key terms you need to be aware of with university entrance is assumed knowledge and recommended study. Neither of these are prerequisites, meaning you don't have to have done these before you select the subject for university. What it is saying though is that it is very beneficial to know this information, and that university will start assuming that you know that particular content or to have that level of knowledge that is gained from that senior subject. An example of this is at USQ. At USQ, to complete a Bachelor of Construction at Toowoomba or Springfield campus, students would need to have the prerequisite of English Units 3 and 4 to get a C, and General Mathematics as a minimum for Units 3 and 4. There is no assumed knowledge for USQ. However, whilst you can do General Mathematics as an entry requirement, they do recommend math methods. For Griffith University to study a Bachelor of Midwifery, the university requires a prerequisite of English for Units 3 and 4 for a C. There is no assumed knowledge or recommended study for this particular qualification. At USQ, to do a Bachelor of Nursing, the prerequisite requirement is General English and one of Biology, Chemistry, or Physics. All of the university entrance requirements are located on the Queensland Tertiary Admissions Centre Year 10 portion of the website. Finally, when selecting your subjects to sum up, please make sure your student knows the following. Make sure your student knows their pathway. Are they on an academic pathway, a blended pathway, a Phoenix pathway, or a life pathway? Have they selected subjects that match their ability level, their motivation, and their interests? They are investing in a 2-year course of study. It's important that they are going to select subjects that they are capable of being successful in and will enjoy for the entirety of the 2 years here at Bell Birding Senior. Make sure that your subjects selected meet the prerequisites requirements, not only for our college here, but for university entrance. Make sure that your subjects are the best fit for you, and you select only one subject on each line on your subject selection sheet. Make sure you focus on the skills you will gain from each subject in your pathway. Make sure that you consult the Year 11 Subject Handbook and online subject selection presentations for the most up-to-date information around assessment requirements, subject costs, and subject content. Be aware specifically around every subject's assessment requirements. If you are choosing an academic pathway or choosing a general subject, you must be prepared to sit external assessment at the end of Year 12. If you would like to discuss your proposed selections, you are welcome to talk to your classroom teacher, head of department, or head of senior schooling, Mr. Trent Cruiser. It is really important that you and your student attend their set plan interview. Please, if you haven't booked your set plan interview, please make sure you make your booking on SOBS via our school website links. To finish off, there are a number of key websites listed here to assist you with providing further information related to your senior subject pathways. Queensland Curriculum and Assessment Authority, around about the QCE, the Queensland Tertiary Admissions Centre for ATARs and university entrance, as well as our college website for senior curriculum updates, subject handbooks. Thank you.